Have you ever felt like you've missed something in the first degree? Perhaps you go to lodge and participate in the ceremonies, but no matter how many charges you learn or how perfectly you've memorized the ritual, it still seems you haven't learned anything or as much as you could have as an entered apprentice. Well, over the last 17 years, I've been studying, practicing, and teaching Freemasonry. I was installed into the chair in 2012, served as District Inspector in 2014, and hold the rank of Right Worshipful Past Senior Grand Warden. And I have written over 230 articles on the symbolism, allegories, and philosophy of our Masonic ceremonies. So in this edition of Daily Masonic Progress, I'm going to reveal the key that will unlock the door to understanding the first degree in Freemasonry, so that you can not only learn the lessons, but apply the teachings of Freemasonry in your own life. I'm going to share 3 important lessons that every Freemason must know about the ceremony of initiation. And it's something that even experienced Masons can overlook. But first, we need to understand how the overarching story or the allegory of Freemasonry, which is the building of King Solomon's Temple, gives us the instruction as to how we need to approach each degree, our lives, and our Masonic journey. You see, many Masons go through their 3 degrees. They do progressive office and then eventually become Master of their Lodge. Or they go off and join other orders like the York Rite and the Scottish Rite, only to be left scratching their heads and wondering if they'll ever learn the secrets and discover the mysteries of Freemasonry. And what many fail to realize is that while we are not physically building King Solomon's Temple, it represents a metaphor or how we are to build our understanding of the principles and lessons that are taught in Freemasonry. And this leads Masons to misunderstand the whole degree system and the progressive science of Freemasonry, where they see reaching a new degree as an achievement, and then they immediately shift their focus to obtaining the next one after that. So when you take on a new degree, don't make the mistake of setting your sights on reaching the next level and getting there as fast as possible, because that's just like building a house out of straw or sticks. And when there is any difficulty, like a gust of wind, it's all going to come crashing down. And this is why we, as free and accepted or speculative Masons, originate from operative stonemasonry, because building out of brick or stone is stronger and it lasts for centuries. Like how the pyramids of Egypt are built out of stone and are over 3,000 years old. However, what this means is that we need to focus on working to shape the stone or lay the next brick. Each level in the house is made up of thousands of bricks, and that means you need to focus on laying each brick individually. Then, only when you've laid the 1,000 bricks that make up a level can you look back and you'll see the accomplishment. Freemasonry is all about building the temple. It's not about completing it. And sure, understanding that it's not the journey but the destination that matters is important. And it is the first of the 3 lessons every Mason must know about the ceremony of initiation. But to find the key to understanding the first degree, we need to realize that before we can lay our first brick in our metaphorical house, we need to lay our foundation. Do you remember the first charge that was delivered to you on your initiation? And do the words, "Upon the foundation laid this evening," ring any bells? But while that charge is about charity, it also contains some key lessons and instructions for what we need to know about the first degree, but also about every degree thereafter. You see, when you build a house, the first thing you do is lay the foundations. But also, once you complete one level, before you can start building the next, you still have to lay the foundations for that next level. Take building a house. Even though the first level is completed, in order to build a second level, all the structural components need to support the walls, but also the floor of the second story needs to be built. You can't just go and bang on a second story on top of the first one. Likewise, you can't put your first level on the ground without laying a foundation. So the second important lesson that the ceremony of initiation is teaching us is that the first degree in Freemasonry is the foundation of all of Freemasonry. And without a strong foundation, you're not going to be able to build anything that is going to last. But it's not just critical to the structural integrity of the building, it also secures the previous degree and then allows you to build your next level on something that is structurally sound. Now, we know 3 important lessons of the first degree, which allows us to build the walls and put a roof over our heads. The door to enter the new building is still locked. And to understand the first degree, we need to find the key. Well, in our example, we've built our house on a strong foundation, and we've carved each stone or laid each brick individually. So now we have a metaphoric temple that is just and upright. it is structural integrity. But in order of something to be just and upright and give it structural integrity, what did we exactly build our foundation on? Well, when we built the house, we learned there was a right way and a wrong way to build it. Straw and sticks were the wrong way. Meanwhile, building with bricks was the right way. We had to build it with bricks and lay each one individually instead of skipping them or cutting corners. So our house was built by conforming to the right practices. And this is what gives our house its strength. And when there is a wind that would strain, stretch, or blow down a house made with sticks or straw, the one we've built out of bricks is made out of substance and it's made of quality. And it's a house built upon excellence. And this leads us to discover that the key to understanding all the lessons of the ceremony of initiation is teaching us those moral truths and virtues. And then that is going to allow us to unlock the secrets and the mysteries of the degree. Now that we've discovered the key to unlocking the secrets of the first degree, let's dive into what moral truths and virtue mean in Freemasonry and why they're so crucial to understanding the ceremony of initiation. I want you to think about moral truths as the blueprint of your Masonic journey. They're the unchanging ethical laws that tell you how to build your temple correctly. Just like you wouldn't build a house without a plan, you can't build Masonic knowledge without these fundamental truths. They're all about being honest, having integrity, making sure that your words, your thoughts, and your actions all line up, just like we're told in the Common Gavel. But those moral truths are then defined and given to us in a book we call the Volume of the Sacred Law. That's right, the Holy Bible. Virtues, on the other hand, are like the tools that you use to follow that blueprint. They're the good habits and the behaviors that you need to develop your temple. Temperance, fortitude, prudence, and justice. These are the key virtues that Freemasonry teaches us to use in our daily lives. Now, you might be wondering, how does this all relate to the ceremony of initiation? Well, let me tell you that these moral truths and virtues are incorporated right throughout the entire ceremony, often in ways you might not have first noticed. Remember when you took your obligation? That's you committing to uphold these moral truths and practice these virtues. The working tools that you were presented, well, each one is teaching you about a specific virtue. Even the ornaments of the lodge, like the mosaic pavement, are there to remind you of these important moral lessons. But here's the thing, and this is crucial to understanding that moral truths and virtues aren't just about knowing what they are. The real key to unlocking the wisdom of the first degree, or Freemasonry in general, is applying these principles in your daily life. It's about taking the 24-inch gauge and using it to divide your time wisely, or looking at the mosaic pavement and remembering to keep balance in your life. So the next time you're at lodge and you're participating in a ceremony, or perhaps you're just going about your day, remember to look to these moral truths and virtues. They're the foundation of everything that we do in Freemasonry. They're the bricks that we use to build our symbolic temple, and each one you lay, each truth you understand, and each virtue you practice brings you one step closer to truly grasping the profound wisdom of our craft. So just remember this, like building King Solomon's temple, understanding Freemasonry isn't reaching about the final destination. It's about the journey, about laying each brick with care and with purpose. So take your time and focus on each lesson, each moral truth, and each virtue. That's how you build a Masonic understanding that will stand the test of time, just like those ancient pyramids in Egypt. And by focusing on these moral truths and virtues, you're not just unlocking the secrets of the first degree, you're unlocking the very essence of Freemasonry itself. And that, my brother, is the true key to Masonic wisdom.